History repeats itself. History is always happening over and over again. So one of the ways to stop a theme, one of the ways to stop something from reoccurring is to first of all admit it. It didn't take long for us to quickly realize that there was power behind Mission 22, power behind its brand, power behind its message, and power behind its people that represented it.
All right, my friends, day 19 of 22, the 22-day push-up challenge. Day 19 means 418 men and women have possibly committed suicide in the last 19 days. I went and looked up my ship, the USS Rushmore. More people who have killed themselves by now than ever served on our ship at one time in just 19 days.
19, 20, 21. One more. Y'all ready for the last one?
Yeah, Mission 22 has become a decentralized nationwide effort to show love, to raise money, to be available for other warriors, to be able to be a point of contact, to let the warriors know, but also for warriors to let other warriors know that there is a community. You're not alone. This isn't happening in silence. You're not forgotten. You know, we brought 4 veterans from all different parts of the United States and brought them together to hike through the state of Oregon.
May God bless you on your journey. Thank you for serving our country and for being willing to go on this walk. I'm praying you feel peace and strength with each mile.
You know, on this hike, some folks found God, some folks remained sober, some folks lost a significant amount of weight to be able to participate. And not so much just a healing walk for us as warriors, but for us to contribute to other people's healing. You know, this hike, we raised $12,000 for endobiogeny. Some of the folks on this hike, you know, they're going to be volunteers for this treatment. And I couldn't be more pleased and more proud because it was difficult. We had a lot of struggles. Not everything on this hike went pretty, you know, but we put some skin in the game. At the end of the day, we were able to raise money and we'll be able to use that money so guys can get the treatment that they need. The War at Home Monument is an example of our social impact, of our awareness, of our permanent fixture to do the work that we can't always do, to always remind us of what we've lost and what we will lose if we don't reconcile it. What we've done is taken 20 different veterans with their families' permission and used them as a silhouette to cut out of a 3,000-pound plate of steel. These warriors are placed in a V, and this is to show the size of the problem. This is to show the empty space they leave behind. And it's also to be a constant reminder of what happens when we don't listen to the stories of the warriors that fought in our name. Because it's not okay. It's not okay that everyone didn't know about veteran suicide. It's not okay that these things were a secret or left unsaid, or that it was shameful. It's not okay that it's shameful to suffer alone and suffer in silence, because if you ask for help, that you're no longer a warrior, that you're weak.
Yeah. So I come back and I thought everybody else changed. So I pushed my family away. And it took a long time to really realize it because I didn't want to look internally. You know, I got my Class A CDL and hit the road. I was on the road for about 8 years trucking. And this makes me think about how insignificant all of the major things going on are. I mean, what, 1 million years ago, that blew up. And, you know, over time became this.
Whether it's hiking mountains or building monuments, it takes a community to heal a warrior. Warriors didn't get damaged and didn't become separated from the sunlight of the spirit on their own. It happened in the name of this nation. We can change the way we think about war, how we think about warriors, how we think about ourselves, and what we think we're going to do in the American community. We can do it now. We can do it here. And there's going to be another generation of warriors coming. We can set the tone to create a culture that grabs them up and loves them and smothers them in resources and opportunity right now. History.
1, 2, 3. I love it, Molly.
They say it's a matter of time, 1,000 days and the sun won't shine before I come back to you. My love is a river long, the best ride in a million wrongs. I know I'm coming back to you, and I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. I'm making my way home, I'm making my way.
One, two, three. I love it, Molly.
They say it's a matter of time, 1,000 days and the sun won't shine before I come back to you. For your love I will go far, I wanna be wherever you are. I know I'm coming back for you.
Brother, it's good to see you.
My love is a river long, the best ride in a million wrongs. I know I'm coming back to you, and I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. I'm making my way home, I'm making my way.
One, two, three. I love it, Molly.
They say it's a matter of time, 1,000 days and the sun won't shine before I come back to you. For your love I will go far, I wanna be wherever you are. I know I'm coming back for you.
Brother, it's good to see you.
My love is a river long, the best ride in a million.
Welcome back. It is Wednesday night. We are here at USA with the 305 Sprint cars. It is a special night. We got a lot going on tonight. We got the 305s at USA. We got the wingless 360s at, trying to remember, Williams Grove. And then we're back here for the 410s. Special night. We're here to honor one of our own getting inducted into the Hall of Fame. We will talk more about that here momentarily.
Yeah, Joe, go ahead. Whenever's good for you. If we're gonna wait till warm-ups, that's fine. Yeah, what time does warm-ups roll off then? I don't even know. Oh, for the feature warm-ups. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll hang out, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll just chill here if you don't mind. Hey, thanks, Joe.
Again, thank you for spending your Wednesday with us. Icon Sim Sports Veterans and First Responders Night. We are, this is the Veterans and First Responders portion. The 305 Sprint cars here at USA. We are getting ready to go qualifying. Again, it's a special night here at Coast to Coast Racing League. As one of our own gets inducted into the Hall of Fame, we'll get a chance to talk to him during warm-ups before the feature. So that'll be exciting. Can't wait for that. Out on the track, we got Mr. Bob DeGood in the 7 Air Force machine, giving it a go around USA. Big, long track. Looking for another outstanding night. The points, as in most divisions, are super tight up front. Andy Patton currently leading the Veterans and First Responders with 648 points. Jeff Barker, who is also in the field tonight, is only 7 points behind with 641 points. So Mr. Barker and Mr. Patton have been battling it out all season long. Go with the 223 car. Ryan Pendleton at the top of the board with a 293. Active duty Navy driver. Ryan from Goat Locker Racing. He's missed the last couple weeks. Good to see Ryan back out with us. Again, that's a 2533. So his best time is 2293. Andy Patton, Jeff Barker are 2 and 3. So leave it to your front two in the points to time in. Patrick Spangler now to the top of the board with a 2272. He has wrapped up his run. We tried to go back with him. 2272. Ryan Pendleton in second. Patton Barker in third and fourth. Bob DeGood, Chris Schaefer, Michael Vital in the field, and Dean Metzler in the 8 car is new to Veterans and First Responders Night. Dean, welcome to the show, my friend. It's good to have you aboard. Thank you for your service. Looks like we have wrapped up qualifying. We are getting ready to go heat racing. Looks like we should only have 1 heat, maybe 2. They may split it into 2. I'm not real sure. We got a special treat coming up during warm-ups right before the feature, so stay tuned for that for sure. And following this, we have the 360s, wingless 360s again at Williams Grove. Then we're back here for the 410 division. Again, this night, Veterans and First Responders brought to you by Icon Sim Sports. Coast to Coast Racing League puts on the 305 Veterans and First Responders portion of that. We got a couple of announcements. Don't forget, coming up on the 26th, we have the 3rd annual Toilet Bowl 100. This is in memory of Wayne Piercefield, one of our own sponsors, his dad. So we will talk more about that coming up as we get ready here to take the grid for heat number 1. Heat number 1, we got Michael Vital on the front row in the 213 machine. So we got Air Force front row with Vital and Bob DeGood to his outside. Andy Patton in the Air Force car. So we got 3 Air Force cars in the first heat. Like to thank the 213 machine flying the Got Your 6 Racing Network logo on board. Michael, appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Again, everything we do at Got Your 6 Racing Network is on behalf of veterans, those that have come back less fortunate than myself, that are battling with PTSD and veteran suicide. 22 veterans a day take their own lives. We are racing for awareness. We play promos throughout the night of various organizations that are trying to lower that number to 0. So we're doing our small part. If you know a veteran out there, reach out, let them know you're thinking about them. Michael Vital in the 213 in the Air Force machine will bring us to the green flag. Got Air Force 7 car on his outside. The Air Force 87 starting P3. Green flag is out. We are underway. Vital down low. Bob the Good on the high side in the 7 machine. Points leader Andy Patton in line behind the 213 down low. No one able to move from their starting positions. Patton, he's going to throw it in there. Give Andy Patton P2, your points leader, not holding back tonight. Got Bob the Good to his outside now. Patrick Spangler in the 051 car, currently in the 3rd position. So just when you thought the 87 of Andy Patton might play it safe, he throws it in there next to the 213. Patton now up high. Got Patrick Spangler down low. Go on board with Patrick Spangler to see what he sees. Looks like they are side by side. Just on the very edge of the grass there. Looks like Spangler will take over P1. They are still side by side. Not giving that up yet. In the back with Michael Vital, you can see the field of 4 drivers. Spangler did take over the point here on the 87 car of Andy Patton. Both running a similar line. Andy Patton gets a good run down low, runs a little bit lower on entry. Spangler in the 051 machine out front leading the way. We are working lap 6 of 6, 1 to go. Bob the Good currently in 3. Looks like the battle is going to be for the lead. Andy Patton in the 87 machine. Patrick Spangler ever so slightly extending his lead over the 87 car. Your points leader, Andy Patton. One more corner. 051 to the line. Sideways at the line. Spangler, Patton, the Good. Vital is how they will transfer into the feature. Heat 2, Dean Metzler, Chris Schaefer on the front row. Jeff Barker, Ryan Pendleton are in row number 2. Again, keep an eye on the 513 car. The Marine machine of Jeff Barker, currently second in the points by a slim 7-point deficit to Andy Patton. Chris Schaefer in the 23 machine. Black Bullet Racing Elite. As previously mentioned, Dean Metzler, out of Pennsylvania, drivers new to the show, just got in today, actually. Barker will roll off P3. The 223 of Ryan Pendleton in Goat Locker Racing Machine has been super fast. He's missed the last few weeks. It will be Metzler that brings us to the green flag. We got 6 laps to get this done. Everyone heading to the feature. Pace car should exit this time by, and it does. Dean will bring us to the green flag. Green flag is out. We are underway. Looks like Ryan Pendleton, he snuck through that back row. Schaefer didn't get a real good start. Metzler didn't get a real good start. He's making up for it. Schaefer to the outside of the 23 of Metzler. Pendleton, Schaefer, Metzler, Jeff Barker in the 513 machine. My apologies. Up front, Pendleton pulling away from the field a little bit. Chris Schaefer in the 23 trying to close that gap. Looks like Chris Schaefer's running a little higher line than Pendleton there. Trying to get a run off that higher side. Pendleton working the bottom. There is your field of 4 drivers. We're above the 513 Marine machine as he pulls up alongside Dean Metzler in the 49 machine. Gets up on the grass a little bit there. Out front, Ryan Pendleton pulling away from the field. There's your battle for 1 and 2. We are working lap 5 of 6. We will be coming to 1 to go. Ryan Pendleton showing his dominance with the 223 machine. Chris Schaefer second, Metzler in third. Jeff Barker now is trying to get a run off that bottom side, coming to 1 to go. Ryan Pendleton set and sail out front, the Navy driver. Chris Schaefer, volunteer firefighter, running in P2. Barker closes in on the tail end of the 49 car at the end. Pendleton, Schaefer, Metzler. We will have 3 minutes of warm-up, and coming up, we have a very special treat. And it is my pleasure to introduce and talk to Terry Landis. Terry, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, Joe, go ahead.
Man, congratulations on your induction into the Hall of Fame, Coast to Coast Hall of Fame. So what I'm interested in, I've watched you run ever since I've been in the league, man. How did that all start? I would imagine it was G-Force. How did you find the league?
I was just searching for a different league to run in because the one I was running in was getting ready to wind down and stop being a league. So I was looking for another league and found this one, and it seemed like, a great bunch of guys, and I just hung out, and here we are.
Yeah, man, battling for a championship. So since I've been on board, which isn't a whole lot of time, battling for championships, it's just been an amazing thing to watch you do what you do, and kind of rare for a California guy like myself to be out on the dirt track here. It seems like that's a dying art out here on the West Coast. But yeah, man, great congratulations to you. That is absolutely fabulous. Who helped you along the way? What was your biggest influence in? Were you always running up front, or did it take a while?
Took a while. I run from mid-pack to the front. But yeah, I wasn't fast straight off, right onto iRacing. It just, hammering the wheels coming up through the official races, that's where you get your experience.
Yeah, and then you find league racing, and I think probably a similar situation where our team came from officials, as does everybody, and just found it very welcoming, and you settled in. I remember we used to celebrate a 10th place finish, and that was good for us, but now, man, it's fun to watch you up front. You are somewhat of a wingless expert out there. So again, man, congratulations to your induction into the Hall of Fame. We will be playing a video throughout the night. So, man, congratulations, and that's great to see.
Yeah, Joe, much appreciated for you and for doing what you do. And then to Roger for keeping his wits about him. I mean, this league is like, it's really big. I don't think there's any other league out there that does like a terrace system like Coast to Coast does. So I just want to hats off to those guys for keeping it going for all these years. And then to all you racers out there, all the donations that this league gives, that's really just shows the heart of the league.
Yeah, man, and now you are a forever permanent part of that, and your name will be etched in stone, man, and that just makes me smile. It makes me happy, and congratulations, my brother.
Thanks, Joe. Yes, much appreciated.
We're going to see you out there mixing it up tonight.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Preston did some crazy thing with the paint, so it's gonna be a pretty show.
Racers will race, man. Congratulations.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, man. Good luck. So there is the latest inductee into the Hall of Fame for the Coast to Coast Racing League. We have rolled over to the feature with Patrick Spangler, Ryan Pendleton on the front row, Andy Patton, Chris Schaefer in row 2, Bob the Good, Metzler in 3, Michael Vital and Jeff Barker starts at the tail end of the field. Not a great place for Barker to start. We will see how that plays out. Your points leader, Andy Patton, by a slim 7 points, will roll off P3. But it will be Patrick Spangler who brings us to the green flag with Goat Locker Racing's Ryan Pendleton in the 223. Yeah, that was a pleasure talking to Terry Landis during the break. What a super guy. And couldn't happen to a better guy. Enjoyed watching him run ever since I've been in the league. So that's super special. That's cool stuff. We have 30 laps to get this done in the 305 sprint cars here at USA. You can see that bottom lane starting to wear just ever so slightly. It looks like that slider line is wide open, however. If you look into the corner, it is slick going in, but you got kind of a lot of grip on the exit of the corner. So we will see how this plays out as your points leader rolls off P3, and second in the points, Jeff Barker in the 513 Marine Machine will roll off P8. Pace car is off. We are getting ready to go green here. The 051 of Spangler down low. Ryan Pendleton on that outside. The 223 trying to get a run off the high side. Chris Schaefer covers P3. Andy Patton now slides back to P4. Jeff Barker moves up one position, gets in front of the 213 of Vital. Now he's outside of the Air Force car of Bob the Good. Barker trying to make his way up through the field, pulling up on the rear bumper of the 49 car of Metzler. As Andy Patton currently runs in P4. One car between Patton, who's leading the points, and Barker, who is second in the points. Patton trying to get that 87 Air Force ride underneath the 051 for P3. Put that car on the podium. He goes through the slick, dives right through it. Up front, Pendleton leading the way. Chris Schaefer in second. Pendleton with almost a half second gap. Go on board with Chris Schaefer as he tries to track down your leader. Big, long straightaways here at USA. Looks like he is, thought he was closing in there for a minute, but it's still the lead stays steady at about half second there. Front four, nose to tail. Looking above the 87 car, your points leader, Mr. Bob the Good behind him in the 7 machine. You can see the gap there from 5th to 4th. Jeff Barker now fell back to P7. Check in on Barker in the 513 ride. Pulls up on the rear tank of the 49 machine up front. Ryan Pendleton looks like Andy Patton tried to make a move. Look down low underneath Patrick Spangler. Those two have battled it out. Patton can't get much drive off that bottom side. We are working lap of 8 of 30, so we do have a ways to go. Lock can happen. Look back at the 87 car, your points leader currently running in P4. Gets up into the wall. Definitely won't help that 87 machine. Bob DeGood still able to hold off Metzler in the 513 of Barker. Now Barker's trying to get involved, trying to move up through the field. We'll go on board with Barker. As he closes in on the 49 car of Metzler. Looks like everyone has moved to the high side. Barker off the gas there, not run into the back of Dean Metzler. Waiting for the 513 to throw it down low. He will go underneath the 49. Will he make it stick? Barker on the bottom. Just can't get any grip off that bottom side. Meanwhile, up front, Pendleton with over a half-second gap over Chris Schaefer. Chris Schaefer about to be under attack from the 051 of Patrick Spangler, Team SSR. Spangler to the inside, has the advantage. He will slide up. Schaefer will try a crossover. They are wing to wing in the backstretch. Spangler slides way up high, or Schaefer slides way up high. Spangler capitalizes, dives down low, slides underneath the 23 machine. Team SSR and BBR battling it out for P2. Andy Patton in the 4th position, watching, waiting for his opportunity to get by these two drivers. Bob DeGood now, he's closing up the gap a little bit. Bob currently in 5th position. Working lap 16 of 30. Field is a bit spread out except for Spangler and Schaefer battling it out. Looks like Spangler bumped the wall there a little bit. Will that be enough for Black Bullet Racing's 23 machine of Patrick Spangler, or Chris Schaefer, my apologies, to capitalize? He does close in on the back. Andy Patton staying consistent in 4th position, protecting his points lead. Barker has now fell back to the rear of the field. Michael Vital makes the pass for P7, 513 in the back. We have one more race after this to get it done. Barker dives down low in the 513. Up front, over a second lead for Pendleton. Spangler P2, Schaefer P3. Andy Patton running a smart race back in 4th position. Doesn't have to push that Air Force 87 hard as his closest competitor, Jeff Barker's back in 8th position. We are running lap 20 of 30. Patton tries the bottom side briefly. You see the lead Pendleton has. It's a just under a second now. They may be closing in. Patton trying that bottom side, seeing if there's something down low. Most cars are up high by this time. Patton dives the 87 car down low once again in turn 3 and 4. He moves up even. Schaefer is able to get a run on that high side and hold on to P3. Andy Patton back to the bottom. Not quite enough momentum to get up in front of the 23 machine, but they are going to battle it out side by side. There he did. Squeezed his way in on that top side. Schaefer will try to return the favor. Thinks better of it. Backs out. Schaefer back to P4. Your points leader now in a podium position. Wait until lap 24 of 30. Is it go time for the 87? Jeff Barker now up to 6th position. He's moved up 2. He was at the tail end of the field. See if the 513 car can get it done. Go on board with your points leader in the Air Force machine. Looking at the rear tail tank of the 051 of Spangler. Now Spangler takes it down low. He's going to try that low side. He closed a huge gap. Pendleton had over a second gap on second place Spangler. All of a sudden, the 051 car's on the rear tail tank of the 223. This may turn out to be a great race. Looks like Spangler really picked up the pace on that bottom side. Spangler going for the lead. Pendleton on the outside. Spangler down low. Spangler will slide up. Put Spangler at the point. On lap 28 of 30. Pendleton in back to P2. Looks like Spangler found something because he took off. He was battling it out with the 87, and he didn't waste any time making up that 1 second gap on the leader, Pendleton. And set sail, Patrick Spangler, Team SSR driver. Pendleton in second, Andy Patton, your points leader, in third, Schaefer in fourth, Bob DeGood in the Air Force 7 machine in fifth. Jeff Barker has moved up to P6. Metzler and Michael Vital at the back of the field in the 49 and 113. Spangler, Pendleton, Patton are your 3 podium finishers. We will get a word with them here momentarily. Patrick Spangler coming from nowhere, closed the gap, was behind the leader by over a second. Battling out with the 87. When you look up, the 051 was battling for that lead and didn't waste much time getting that done. So great run by Patrick Spangler. Your points leader, Andy Patton, will finish in P3. Jeff Barker in P6. So Patton should extend his lead a little bit here. We will get a word with your points leader, the 87 car of Andy Patton here momentarily. Andy, this is Joe. You got me? Andy.
I got you, Joe.
Oh, sorry, man. Hey, great run. Kind of just, it's a podium, another podium. You extended your points lead there a little bit. I don't know if you were watching Jeff. Jeff Barker fell back to the tail end of the field and then worked his way back up. Great run by you, man. Good night. Extend your points lead a little bit. How'd it feel from the seat?
I'll take it. I mean, this is a fast track, and it gets to be 1 lane there. It opened up to 2 towards the end, where Patrick and I both went to the bottom, made up a little bit of time.
Yeah, Pendleton had over a second lead there on both of you, and man, you guys tracked him down in a big hurry. So I think switching to the bottom, he stayed up high. I think switching to the bottom really made the difference. So great podium finish, man. You got anybody you'd like to thank?
Just you guys, you know, I mean, you do a terrific job. Same thing I say every time. You know, this Veterans League is kind of special to me. I enjoy racing it, even though they're small numbers. It's always good racing. You know, C2C for their association in this league, and you know, it's and everybody. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
Thanks.
man. So when you make that move from Pennsylvania, I'm still looking forward to that beer. I'm not going to let
Next
that
year,
one go.
buddy.
Yeah, I got to get to Kentucky here within the next year, man. I'd love to buy you a beer and chat in real life. So great run by you, my friend. And we're going to see you in the wingless and the 410s.
No, probably not. Probably not. Maybe the 410s. Definitely not the wingless.
All right, man. Great run by the 87 Air Force machine. Again, thank you, as always, for your service. And we'll catch you next time.
All right. Thanks, Joe.
Yes, sir. 39 of Patrick Spangler was battling it out for P3 with the 87 car there, lap after lap after lap, as the 223 of Pendleton pulled away from the field. And next thing you look up, and Spangler is making the pass. Patrick, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Man, that was pretty cool. I thought that was it. I thought it was going to be between you and Andy battling it out for second. And went back in the field to look at a couple cars. When I came back, you were battling for the lead, man. What made the difference? He had over a second gap on you and Patton. So how'd you close that gap?
So Patton pulled below me. I come out of fourth the one lap, and I was like, man, pretty quick because I don't think he was that close. And then so I tried the next lap, and I think I gained like 7/10 on the leader. It was super fast on the bottom towards the end.
Yeah, everyone was up high there for a long while. Andy was the only one down low, but you two changed your line, man, and boy, it made a huge difference. You put the 051 car on the in victory lane, which is awesome to see, man. You got anybody you'd like to thank for your victory?
Just Team SSR for bringing me in and just having a good team. You for broadcasting and everything you do for Coast to Coast League and iRacing, and Roger for putting on the league, and Roger for doing the Veterans League too. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, man, we're going to see you in the wingless sprints at Williams Grove 360s and then 410s back here, or are you done for the night?
I think my manager's coming downstairs. She wants to watch a movie or something, so I'm probably done for the night. Park the car.
I think we all have one of those managers, man. Great run by you, my friend. Congratulations on the victory. And if we don't see you later tonight, we will see you next week.
Yep.
Have a good night.
Sounds good. Thanks.
Yes, sir. So there you have it. There is the Veterans and First Responders race for this Wednesday night. This race was brought to you by Coast to Coast Racing League. In my personal opinion, there is no racing league out there better than Coast to Coast. We have tried other racing leagues, and when we came on board with Coast to Coast Racing League, they make you feel very welcome. It's a very well-run league. They don't put up with a lot of the nonsense that goes on other leagues, racing without all the drama that you catch in other leagues. You can find information on Coast to Coast at C2CRL.com. And with that, we will take a quick break, and we will get to watch the Hall of Fame video of Terry Landis, and we will see this numerous times tonight. But it is my pleasure to present to you the video for his induction into the Hall of Fame. Great chat with Terry earlier this evening. So thanks for tuning in, spending your Wednesday with us, and we will be right back.
Good day, Roger Craig here from the Coast to Coast Racing League, and just wanted to take this opportunity to congratulate Terry Landis on his induction into the Hall of Fame. So well deserved. Terry was our first champion in the first season of our league. He's been a great ambassador for the league, always willing to help out whenever asked, and can't be happier enough for an individual. So enjoy your night, buddy. And good luck taking on all competition with that wingless 360 at the Grove.
Just wanted to take a minute to acknowledge my teammate, Terry Landis. I know it's your Hall of Fame night, so congratulations. I know you really deserve this. I know you spend a lot of time, you know, practicing and all those different things, but more than anything, you've taken a lot of time to help other drivers and help your teammates and just generally be a fun guy to be around in our league. And everybody really appreciates you. So from our team and the league and just all the other drivers, we just wanted to say thank you. So congratulations, buddy.
Hey Terry, G-Man here. I just want to congratulate you on your entry into the Hall of Fame. You're a great racer, a great help on the track. You've helped me a lot of times. So again, just congratulations. Take care, man.
Congratulations, Terry. May your midget be always fast and your bus be in the shape of the infield tractor tire. Good luck and congrats on
Terry,
your
Bill Falder here. I just want to congratulate you on your induction into the Coast to Coast Racing League Hall of Fame. And nobody deserves it more than you, my friend. You've been a good teammate, a great friend, and you're always willing to help whenever you're asked. There's no one that can run that inside lane better than you, my friend. You wrote the book on it, and many have tried, but you own it. There's nobody who's ever going to surpass you in your ability there. Anyway, I hope you have a great day. Congratulations and much love.
Terry, you earned it, big dog.
I'm from Gambler Motorsports. Congratulations on your Hall of Fame induction, buddy. Very cool thing to have happen for you. We're all excited for you and well deserved. And, you know, one of our first champions in C2C, you paved the way for guys like me to come into the league and be a part of it. So thank you for that. And we look forward to seeing you on the track.
Hey, Terry. Congrats on being inducted to the Coast to Coast Hall of Fame. Definitely deserve it. I just want to hop on here, say thanks for helping me out whenever I hop in the midget. I know I'm learning from the best. So I'm coming for you, though, this Wednesday, non-weighing 360s at the Grove. I know you're going to be fast, but I'm still coming for you, man. I just wanted to say congrats again, man. Definitely deserved it.
Welcome back. We are at the Wingless Sprint Cars, the 360s here at Williams Grove. Great tribute to Terry Landis as he gets inducted into the Hall of Fame for the Coast to Coast Racing League. We will see Terry Landis, who is currently leading in the points. With a sizable lead over Jeffrey Barker in second position. So inducted into the Hall of Fame and leading in the points in the wingless sprint cars. Terry was a runner-up last year to Jack Hitt in the wingless division. We can't wait to see that paint scheme that the 61 car has on board. We will get to see that here momentarily. We are getting ready to advance to qualifying here. Drivers getting their last bit of instruction from race control. Tight corners at Williams Grove is going to be a challenge for the wingless 360 sprint cars. Again, a lot of momentum down the front and back stretch, as you see there. Jack Clevenger on his lid all the way down the front stretch. Speaking of the 061, the Yoo-Hoo machine of Terry Landis, your Hall of Fame inductee in the 061 machine. Throwing it around here at Williams Grove. We should be going to qualify here anytime. Super tight corners. This will be interesting how drivers enter the corners here. I think that's going to make the difference into the drive off of the corners. Again, Terry Landis leading in the points. Got about a 50, 70 point lead over second place Jeffrey Barker in the 513. Brandon Templeton, Bob DeGood, Jack Hitt round out your top 5. Jack Hitt, Bob DeGood in a dead heat. It's 5:04 each. We will follow Terry Landis on his qualifying lap. We will go on board with your Hall of Fame inductee. See how it's done? The Krite Sim Racing driver slides way up high at the entrance of 1. It's a good run down low. Brandon Templeton with a 19.768. We will see how Terry Landis coming to the flag stand. Second quick, 19.929 for Landis. Blake Chapman in the 20 machine. A tribute to Terry Landis, also running the Yoo-Hoo machine, the 20 tonight. In honor of Terry Landis's induction. Blake Chapman good for fourth quick with a 19.880. Brandon Templeton to the top of the board with a 19.768. Steven Spees to second. Terry Landis will fall to third quick. Dan McLaren, see if Dan is on the track, and he is. Dan good for sixth quick. Mike Cramner in the 70 machine, currently 11th quick, wrapping up his qualifying attempt. Kevin Fry, the Firm Racing driver out of Texas in the 21 machine, gonna give the wingless sprint cars a go. He's coming to the green flag. See how the 21 fares here. Up into the wall for the 21 machine. Preston Cramner in also a tribute car to your Hall of Fame driver, Terry Landis. He's got the Strawberry Yoo-Hoo on board. The 07 car, or the 7 car, my apologies, of Preston Cramner, currently 7th quick with a 20.185. 20.185 for Preston Cramner. Tyler Wilson in the 042 machine, just wrapping up with a 22.65. That will do it for qualifying. We are ready for heat racing. John Short, Preston Cramner on the front row. Blake Chapman, Brandon Templeton in row 2. Mike Cramner, Michael Vital in row 3 is how they will roll off. Coast to Coast Racing League does invert the top 4. So your quick time driver, Brandon Templeton, will roll off the grid P4, currently 3rd in the points. Waiting for John Short to grid. A couple of Yoo-Hoo cars in the field. Preston Cramner starting on the outside of pole, and Blake Chapman will start P3. John Short also with the Yoo-Hoo on board. The 51 machine will bring us to the green flag. Got 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 heading to the feature. Everyone should make the feature tonight. Look here at Williams Grove. It will be the 51 of Short that brings us to the green flag. Yoo-Hoo cars 1, 2, and 3. Getting ready to go green. We will, John Short will bring us to the green flag. Preston Cramner with your Brandon Templeton with your quick time in the 31 machine currently has a 32-point lead over Bob the Good, and he is, looks like 12 points in behind Barker. So Brandon Templeton looking for a good night in the 31 dirt track bank machine. Green flag is out. Got 8 laps to get it done. Again, top 4 heading directly to the feature. However, again, everyone will head to the feature. Preston Cramner, John Short gets out to a lead. Preston Cramner on the outside. 3 Yoo-hoo cars at the front of the field. Short, Chapman, and Cramner. Go on board with Preston Cramner in the 07 machine as he works down low, trying to get underneath the 20 car of Chapman. It's like John Short up into that outside wall. Blake Chapman taking advantage. Preston Cramner, Chapman gonna battle it out down to Chapman into the wall, into the 31 car. Templeton is able to drive through it. We'll obviously get penalty points for that. Up front, Blake Chapman leading the way. Vital in the 213 machine. Back in P4, Mike Cramner in 5. Chapman now with over right at a second gap between himself and John Short. Brandon Templeton currently in the 3rd position. There's a look at your top 3 spread out here. Templeton trying that low side. Makes up a lot of ground on Short, who slid up high in turn 4. Templeton able to close that gap a little bit. You can see Chapman up there working away from the field. Put the 31 up to P2. Short back to P3. Michael Vital somewhat a ways behind the field in the 213 machine. Looks like the battle's going to be up here. Blake Chapman running away from the field, currently a 1.4 second lead over Brandon Templeton. Working lap 7 of 8. Blake Chapman coming off of turn 4 in the Yoo-hoo number 20. Krite Sim Racing rig. Brandon Templeton back, closing the gap a little bit, down to 1.3 seconds. 1 lap to go. Blake Chapman at the front of the field. Chapman will win the heat. Brandon Templeton P2, Short P3. Michael Cramner and Michael Vital will battle it out. It will be Mike Cramner at the line in the 70 machine, followed by the 213. P2, Jeff Barker, Tyler Wilson on the front row, Jack Clevenger, Steven Spees in row 2, Bob the Good, Josh Gerlach in the 3rd and final row. So Jeff Barker looking to make up some points here on the night. We'll start on the pole in the 513 Malcolm's Mills mill riding machine. Tyler Wilson to his outside. Got 8 laps to get it done. Again, the field was inverted, so your quick qualifier, the 78 car of Clevenger, I believe. No, it'll actually be the 55 car of Steven Spees was your quick qualifier in this heat. See if Steven can work his way up through the field here, but it will be second in the points. Jeff Barker. That will bring us to the green flag next time by. Looks like that track is starting to slicken up. Won't make this task any easier for the drivers. Can-Am Racing Team driver Barker, again, will bring us to the green flag. Eight laps to get it done. Pace truck is off. We are making our long crawl to the flag stand here. Tyler Wilson on the outside of the 513 car. Green flag is out. We are underway. Great start by Wilson on that high side. Steven Spies makes contact with Barker. Spies is going to follow the 042 car, put Spies up into P2. Jack Clevenger P3. Barker falls back to P4. They are side by side for the lead. Spies down low trying to get underneath the 042 of Tyler Wilson. Can he get some grip on that bottom side? Looks like he can. Throws the 55 sideways. Slight contact made. Spies to the point. Bringing 78 of Clevenger with him. Gambler Motorsports driver, the 55 of Steven Spies, is at the point. Jack Clevenger giving it all he's got. Slid up right behind the 55 car. You can hear Jack working that throttle, trying to work up to Spies in the 55. Stays up high, trying to get a run down low. There are your top three. We are riding along with the 042 of Clevenger. Barker fell back to 4 and has stabilized in that position. Steven Spies in the 78 machine. Now, Spies in the 55 has opened up over a second gap over second place Clevenger. Clevenger closed that down a little bit that time by. Spies in the front. See the drivers throw the car sideways into these tight corners here. We got 1 lap to go. Spies at the point in the 55 with half second gap over Jack Clevenger. Jeff Barker in P4. Looks like Spies in the 55 will take the victory, followed by Clevenger. Tyler Wilson fell off the pace. He will finish P3. Jeffrey Barker will finish P4. Heat 3, Jack Hitt, Jeff Filaro on the front row, Dan McLaren, Terry Landis on row number 2. Kevin Fry rounds out your field of 5 drivers. So we were expecting a special paint job on the 061 or 161 of Terry Landis for his Hall of Fame induction. And it seems like the rest of the fellas painted their cars to match his. So great camaraderie in Coast to Coast Racing League. Jack Hitt in the 217 will roll off from the point. Again, Terry Landis was the quick qualifier of this heat. Starts P4. We will get the 1 to go this time by Jack Hitt moved up 3 positions in the points last week, moved up to P4 in a dead heat with the 7 of Bob the Good with 504 points each. Jack run into a little bit of troubles earlier in the season. He was last season's wingless champion, finishing in front of the 161 of Landis. Has not had the luck so far this year. Got the 200 car of Jeff Falero to his outside, driver out of Canada. Race truck is exiting. We got 8 laps to get this done. Making the crawl towards the flag stand. Jack Hitt in the 217 machine. Green flag is out. Field got a little bunched up there. 217 car will go down low. Terry Landis slides to the back of the field, moves up in front of the 21. Contact made by your front 3. Put the 161 of Terry Landis, the Hall of Fame induction driver, on the point in the 161 out of California. Kevin Fry, the only one that made it through that early lap mayhem. We will go on board. Let you watch how it's done. Terry Landis pulling up into lap traffic, but he gets the win. That was a ride around Williams Grove on his induction into the Hall of Fame night for the 161 of Terry Landis, your Heat 3 winner. Kevin Fry, Jeff Falero. It is B main time. Michael Vitale, Josh Gerlach on the front row. Jack Hitt, Preston Cramner in row 2. Mr. Bob the Good will roll off in the 5th and final starting position in the B main. 10 laps to get it done. This will settle starting positions for the feature, which will be coming up right after this. Stay tuned. Right after this, we have the 410 sprint cars back at USA. So that should be a load of action. Again, the Wingless Wednesday division runs 360 sprint cars and midgets and is brought to you by the Coast to Coast just lost my train of thought. Coast to Coast Speed Shop. There you go. My apologies. Wednesday night, veterans and first responders brought to you by Icon Sim Sports, makers of the finest rig on the market. Each rig is handmade by owner Rob Neller in his garage. All graphics, all powder coating, everything is done in-house. A pleasure going through the build process with Rob. Builds absolutely masterpieces. If you're in the market for a rig, check them out at iconsimsports.com. Should get the green flag this time by. Got 10 laps to get it done to settle out the last few. Starting positions for the feature. Green flag is out. We are underway. Josh Gerlach in the 071 machine with a good run on that top side. Preston Cramner's going to try to follow. Jack Hitt once again makes contact with Vital, putting those two to the back of the field. Bad luck for the 217 continues. Preston Cramner running a special paint scheme in celebration of the 161 of Terry Landis into the Hall of Fame. Krite Sim Racing rig, the 07. Bob DeGood falling off the pace just a little bit. Josh Gerlach opening up almost a second gap over second place. The 07 of Preston Cramner. Good look at the 71 machine. Dizzy Motorsports driver Josh Gerlach leading the way here in the B main. Preston Cramner throwing the 07 car in hard. Still a second gap between Gerlach and Preston Cramner. Will Gerlach catch lap traffic on lap 6 of 10? Gerlach pulling up to the back of the 213, which throws it in almost backwards. Breaks the momentum of your leader. Michael Vital keeps the 213 car up high, out of the way of Preston Cramner in the 07 and Gerlach in the 071. We are working lap 7 of 10. Looks like only 3 cars left on the track. Josh Gerlach leading the way. Preston Cramner in P2. All cars will go to the feature. Now over a 2-second gap between Gerlach and Preston Cramner with 1 to go here in the B main. Gerlach just going by the flag stand for the victory. Cramner in P2. Mr. Bob the Good will round out your field of 3 drivers that were left at the end. We will go to 3 minutes of warm-up. We will be right back. Welcome back. We are just wrapping up warm-up here as the track is getting wore in quite a bit. Should be an interesting feature race. We got 18 drivers in the field. Blake Chapman, Steven Speeds on the front row. Terry Landis, Brandon Templeton will roll off the row number 2. Clevenger Fry in 3. John Short, Tyler Wilson in 4. Jeff Falero, Mike Cramner in row number 5. Jeff Barker, Dan McLaren in 6. Josh Gerlach, Preston Cramner in row number 7. Bob the Good, Michael Vital in 8. Jack Hitt will roll off P17 when we take the green flag. Again, Terry Landis with a sizable lead over Jeff Barker. Again, Terry Landis rolling off, looks like 3rd position. Barker will roll off 11th. Brandon Templeton with a... can still get it done in the next 2 weeks. If he has a good night, rolls off P3. He is behind Jeff Barker. So we will see how that plays out. Up front, 55 car of Steven Spees. Or the 20 car, my apologies. Blake Chapman will take us to the green flag. 30 laps of action. Get the one to go this time by. Blake Chapman in the Krite Sim Racing Team driver in the 20 machine with Steven Spies, Gambler Motorsports to his outside. Points leader Terry Landis side by side with third in the points. Brandon Templeton to his outside on the second row. Jeff Barker with some work to do as he rolls off in 11 or 12. Got to find Barker here. Pace truck is off. We are getting ready to go green. It will be Blake Chapman bringing us to the green flag. Green flag is out. We are underway. 55 and the 20 at the front of the field. Steven Spies using that high line. Brandon Templeton going to follow the 55, but it is a 20 that holds the lead. Gets a good run off that bottom side. He slides up in turn 3. Gives over the lead to the 55 of Spies. Spies at the point. Chapman in second. Templeton in P3. Terry Landis trying that bottom side. Gets into the wall. Kevin Fry, Terry Landis. Not sure what happened to Terry. We will check that one out. Looks like Terry behind the 31 car just gets sideways. Open tires grab that outside wall and around your points leader goes. That's not what he was looking for. Put Terry Landis to the back of the field. That may open up the door for Barker and Templeton to make up some points on your leader. Steven Spies still at the front of the field with Blake Chapman. P2, Templeton, P3, Kevin Fry, 4, Jack Clevenger in P5 in the 78 machine. We should go green this time by. Again, Gambler Motorsports, Steven Spies at the front of the field. Will take us to the green flag. Guess we do have one more time around. Thought the pace truck would exit that time by, but it did not. Blake Chapman in P2 in Krite Sim Racing Team. Brandon Templeton in the Dirt Track Bank 31 car, driver out of Iowa. We will go on board with Blake Chapman currently running in P2. See what kind of jump Steven Spies gets on the field. Lights are off on the pace truck. The pace truck does exit. Steven Spies, slow pace towards the flag stand. 55 car is off. We are underway. Good jump by the 55 car. Good start. Templeton trying to slide it down low. Spies opens up over a almost half-second lead over Blake Chapman. Now Templeton into the wall. Looked like the same place that Terry Landis got into his accident. Brandon Templeton does the same exact thing. We will go back and take a quick look. Same place as Terry Landis. Clip somebody there. Somebody went for a ride. Let's move Templeton to the back of the field. Jeff Barker up to P9, so he's looking for a good night. Maybe get some space between himself and Templeton and close a little bit of distance on Terry Landis, who is up to, looks like 14th. Up front, Gambler Motorsports driver Steven Spees leading the way. Blake Chapman in Krite Sim Racing 20 machine, currently in P2. 21 of Kevin Fry, the Fur Motorsports driver. 2-1 Race Designs owner is in P3. Lights are off on the pace truck. We will be going green next time by. Spees took over the lead early and has not looked back. Had a couple of quick cautions here. Looking for some green flag laps. Pace truck is off. Spees gets a good jump on that bottom side over the second place car of Blake Chapman. Looks like the entry to turn 3 has been treacherous on drivers so far tonight. Both Brandon Templeton running third in points, and your points leader at Hall of Fame inductee Terry Landis hitting the wall right before turn 3. Looks like we got a group of cars here. That's not going to work out. Somebody is backed into the wall. Caution does come out. It's Kevin Fry up into the wall in the 21 machine. Not sure what happened to Kevin, or if we're going to see it. Another single car accident. Fry just gets a little bit too loose going into turn 4. Working lap 6 of 30, so we have a long way to go. Check in on your points leader. Barker in P8. Templeton is in the pits. Terry Landis back up to P11 in the 161 machine. So he's not too far behind Barker. If Barker wants to get it done, he's going to have to hold off that 161 machine. Up front with the 55 of Spees as we get ready to take the green flag on lap 5 of 30. Pace truck is off. 55 with a great jump once again on Krite Sim Racing's 20 car of Chapman. There are your top 3. Oh, your leader Spees up into the wall by himself. That will bring out another caution. Speed just gets up just a little too high, catches the wall with that right rear tire. Over on his lid he goes. That will move the 55 to the back of the field. That'll move the 20 car, Krite Sim Racing's Blake Chapman to the point now in the 20 machine and the tribute car. Honor of Terry Landis entering the Hall of Fame. Lights are still on the pace truck. Should be going green this time by, as the field will tighten it up. Chapman, Clevenger, Short, Cramner are your top four, with Josh Gerlach currently in the P5 position. Don't forget, coming up next, we are back with the 410 sprint cars. Pace truck is off. Blake Chapman will bring us to the green flag. Great jump by the 20 car. Pulls out to a sizable lead over second place Jack Clevenger. Clevenger with John Short on his rear tail tank. Preston Cramner in the 07, currently running in P4. Josh Gerlach in P5. It's like we had somebody slow up there in 3 and 4. Couldn't quite see who it was. There's a look at your top 5. Cramner backs it in, and I don't know who he collected there. Not sure what happened to the 07 car. I'll go back and see if we can catch what happened. Just lost his momentum down low. Barker in the 513 makes it by. We are working lap 8 of 30. We got a long way to go. Blake Chapman at the front of the field in the 20 machine. Still Clevenger to his rear tail tank. Josh Gerlach in P3, up 10 from the beginning, from the start. Again, tonight is Coast to Coast Racing League's Veterans and First Responders Night, brought to you by Icon Sim Sports. Check out their rigs at iconsimsports.com. The 360, the wingless class, brought to you by Coast to Coast Racing Speed Shop. Looks like Jeff Barker is up to P4 in the 513. He is the Terry Landis up to P6. So Landis has recovered from an earlier incident. Barker needs every point he can get to close in on the 161 of Terry Landis. We'll go on board with the new Hall of Fame inductee. We're right along with Krite Sim Racing's 161 of Terry Landis. Now he is only one position behind Barker in the 513 Malcolm's Mills riding machine. Terry working that car hard on the back stretch, coming to the flag stand. Caution is back out. Looks like Kevin Fry into the turn 2 wall. Working lap 11 of 30, so we still have a long night in front of us. Blake Chapman, Clevenger, Gerlach, Barker, Landis. Jeff Barker, currently second in the points, has one position between himself and points leader Terry Landis. Landis, the runner-up last year's wingless division. So look at the 513 of Barker in the 161. We are back under green. Blake Chapman in the 20 machine gets the green flag, pulls out to a sizable lead over Clevenger in P2. Gerlach in the 071 machine in P3. Landis and Barker are going to battle it out. Terry Landis sends it in super hard into turn 3. Steven Spees back up to P5 after going to the back of the field after an accident. Spees following Landis. Back in your top 5. Out front, Blake Chapman by almost a second over Clevenger. Currently in P2. We will go on board with Gerlach. It's currently in P3, working the steering wheel. Hear him on the throttle. Track getting super slick. You can hear the driver working his throttle and yanking left and right on the steering wheel. Chapman almost a second gap over between himself and second place Clevenger. We're working lap 15 of 30. Clevenger slides up high. Gerlach going to try the bottom to get by Clevenger. He will at the flag stand. Move Clevenger up to P2. Clevenger gets up into the wall. Terry Landis backs out of it. That brings out a caution. Looks like Brandon Templeton in the 31 machine catches that inside wall. Not a great night for the 31. Blake Chapman still at the front of the field in the 20 Crite Sim Racing Yoo-Hoo tribute to Terry Landis. Don't forget, coming up on the 26th of May, Cool Ray Coast to Coast Sim Racing 3rd Annual Toilet Bowl 100. This is to remember Wayne Piersfield, pro late model driver in the 34 machine. The leader of lap 34 will receive a $100 iRacing credits. That all happens on May 26th. It will be pro late models. Pro Late Model Dirt Series will be a co-sponsor of that. Top 3 drivers will receive a Mr. Plummer trophy. Again, that's coming up on May 26th. One of the many special events that is put on by Coast to Coast Racing League. Lights should go off on the pace truck, and they do. Working lap 17 of 30. Blake Chapman still at the front of the field. Josh Gerlach, Jack Clevenger. Clevenger run into a little bit of issues last green flag run. Great start by the 20. Clevenger trying a little lower line. Seeing if he can't make up some ground on Gerlach. Gets a little loose down low. He's going to lose a couple positions. Not sure what happened here. See if we can find the caution. It is Terry or Jeff Filaro who gets a little bit sideways there. And turn 3 and 4 will bring out the caution once again. Working lap 17 of 30, so we got a ways to go still yet before the 410s are back at it. Blake Chapman opens up a lead, but got Josh Gerlach to the rear tail tank of the 20 machine. Clevenger P3. Terry Landis worked his way back to P4 in the 161. Steven Spies and Terry Landis battling it out back there for P4. Spies up high, Landis down low. It is Landis at the line by a nose. Spies working the high line. He's going to make the pass for P4. Sets his sights on Jack Clevenger. Looks like Clevenger Gets into the wall at the flag stand. Just gets sideways, gets up into the wall, collects Steven Spies once again, and the 61 of Terry Landis is involved. So those two drivers might head back to the back of the field. Not sure if they will continue or go to the pits. We will see. We will go on board with Landis. Nowhere for Landis to go. He tried to avoid that contact, just couldn't do it. Steven Spies currently in the pits. We will see what happened. Nowhere for Spies to go. Car just turned sideways. Gambler Motorsports driver. Blake Chapman still at the front of the field. We are actually running out of cars that are left running here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, looks like 7. Steven Spies and Landis back into the pits. Jeff Barker up to P3. So looks like it might be a good points night for Barker, but as we've seen, anything can happen. Working lap 21 of 30, so we are getting down there. Right, Sim Racing, the 20 car of Chapman again will bring us to the green flag. Looks like Terry Landis might hang it up. No, he is back in the race. Blake Chapman up front. Josh Gerlach in P2. Kevin Fry trying to move past the 513 of Barker. Take away Fry back into the fence once again. The 21 machine with a rough ride. You hear him off the throttle, but just rolls over. Blake Chapman still at the front of the field. Working lap 22 of 30. Like Williams Grove is not a great track for the wingless 360 sprint cars. Blake Chapman has led most of the race. Started from the pole, lost the lead early to Steven Spies. Spies involved in a single car incident, giving the lead back over to Chapman, who has stayed at the front of the field since then. Lights are off on the pace truck. We'll go green this time by. Looks like we have 8 cars left on the track. Or on the lead lap, my apologies. Pace truck is off. As is Blake Chapman, Krite Sim Racing. 20 machine. Barker slides it down low. Jeff Barker now put Barker up to P3. The 513 Marine Machine up to P3. Could be a great points night for him as Terry Landis is running P8. Up front, Chapman battling it out with Josh Gerlach. Dizzy Motorsports driver Gerlach trying that bottom side, seeing if he can't get underneath the 20. Gets up high, dangerously close to that top wall. Trying to close in here on your leader. We will go on board. Working lap 25 of 30. Blake Chapman with 1 second advantage over the driver that we are riding on board. Gerlach trying to keep that 071 car down low. Tough task here at Williams Grove in a 360 sprint car for sure. 513 of Barker currently running in P3. Steven Spees back at it in the 55. Front to the back, to the front, to the back, and he's headed back to the front. Gambler Motorsports driver trying to make that pass. Speeds up high, Barker down low. Speeds with a good run off the top side. Barker's able to hold P3. Up front, Chapman with the lead. Over 1 second over second place, Josh Gerlach. Steven Spees now up to P3. Terry Landis back in P7. So Barker finishes in P4. Could have a decent points night. We are coming to the 1 to go. It is Chapman up high, Gerlach down low. Gerlach up 11 positions from the start. Chapman working the high side. Gerlach working the low side. It will be Chapman at the line. Gerlach in P2. Steven Spees will round out your podium. Jeff Barker, second in the points, will bring it home. P4. Kevin Fry, Bob the Good, and the Hall of Fame inductee, Terry Landis, will bring it home. P7. We will get a word with your podium finishers here momentarily. As they line up for their podium shots. Blake Chapman, Gerlach, and Steven Spees are your top 3. We will get a word. Waiting on Steven Spees to come up into the booth. We will get a word with him. Steven Spees, Gambler Motorsports driver, went to the front, to the back, to the front, to the back, and worked your way back up to a podium. Steven, this is Joe. You got me?
I gotcha.
Man, what a night. It seemed like that took about a week to get that done, but you were hot, man. You ran it, like I said, back to front, back to front, back to front. How'd it feel from the seat?
Overall, it felt pretty good. I kind of stepped on it all on my own early there on one of those restarts, and going back into 3 and 4, I went in a little bit hot, hit the brakes, it got tight on me, and tried to get it to turn and just got a little bit of right rear in the fence and over I went. But luckily there's long caution laps here and I got to tow and stay on the lead lap. So, it's probably my favorite car to drive on the service. So it's always enjoyable. I hate the attrition we had and the cautions we had, but it's still fun to get out and run these. I wish I was able to run this weekly, but I've got another league commitment that usually takes me away, but glad I could make it tonight for Terry's race.
Yeah, man, what a great night for Terry Landis for sure, and thank you for pointing that out. Great night for him. Great race. I love driving the wingless cars, but they are definitely a handful as we saw tonight. But you put the 55 on the podium in the Gambler Sports machine. You got anybody you'd like to thank?
Yep, always have to say shout out to the Gambler teammates. Always fun to race with. And we always have to say thanks to Cool Ray, Andy Piercefield, and all of his team over there and everything that he does for this and other leagues around there. Thanks to all the people that put time and effort, yourself included, into supporting C2C and giving us a good place to race and something to watch back afterward. And also always to all the folks that do tune in and watch us. Thanks for doing that. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we're going to see you in the 410s.
No, I think I'm probably done for the night, but there's a chance. We'll see.
Yeah, man, you got to be beat. So if not, we'll see you next time. It's great watching you run. Go to the back to the front, to the back to the front. Great run by you, my friend. We'll see you next time.
Thanks, Joe.
Yes, sir. Moving up 11 positions from his starting position, the 071 of Josh Gerlach. Josh, this is Joe. You got me?
Hey, Joe. Yeah, I do. How's it going?
Hey, man. First, I got to know what Dizzy Motorsports is all about.
Actually, that's a good question. It is just my team that I'm a part of. Nick Cohan, I think, is the proprietor of that. So we'd have to get with him. It's a good question.
Yeah, man. Great run by you. It looked like you moved down low to try a different line than Blake there late. You think if we got a long green run, you would have had anything for the 20 machine?
Yeah, we were actually just talking about that, funny enough. I went back and looked because it felt in the car that like when I would do that little cut down line out of 4, that kind of hitting that moisture and staying out of the slick on the straightaway, that I was carrying a lot of speed. And I actually was. I was about 8 mile an hour faster. And I was hoping that I could get to him to try to slide him going into 1 and break his momentum and try to stay in front of him. But yeah, like I said, unfortunately, we just had too many cautions there and it was tough to get in a rhythm and even kind of figure out that line would work until we had like 3 to go.
Yeah, man, great run by you. Again, up 11 positions from the start. You got anybody you'd like to thank for your podium finish?
Yep, I do. Thanks to C2C for putting this on. I used to run here quite a bit, and just with scheduling and whatnot, I haven't been able to get back here as often. Hopefully that changes here in the next couple of months. But want to congratulate Terry. I know it's his induction night, so that's really cool. He's always been really nice to me whenever I've run over here. So congrats to him. Thanks to my boys over at Dizzy Motorsports, like we talked about. They help me get better every time we hit the track. And I want to thank alwaysraceday.com, Netcode Esports, and you for putting on the broadcast, Joe.
Yeah, man, great run, brother. And again, I hope we see you more often. That was a great run from the back of the field to the front. So hope to see you again soon, and have a great night.
Thanks, you too, buddy.
Yeah, man. The 20 car of Blake Chapman started on the pole, lost that lead to the 55 car early. 55 ran into an incident in turn 3. Blake, this is Joe. You got me?
I got you, Joe.
Man, are your arms tired?
Yeah, I feel like they'd be a lot more tired if we could have some green flag lap runs there. But man, I'll tell you, I just got these things today and about 30 laps in before I hopped into qualify tonight, and was trying to learn how to drive these things. And I learned a lot just probably from watching Terry and his heat race. And I just realized, you just got to go balls to the walls and just send it in there in every turn pretty much. And I'll tell you, I was not prepared for that. And after a couple laps, it seemed like, geez, I didn't need a break, but it was a lot of fun. I just love how you can just throw these cars into the corner.
Yeah, as long as you can get them to stick. We saw tonight numerous cautions where we couldn't get them to stick, so that led to a long night. You got anybody you'd like to thank for your victory?
Yeah, first and foremost, I got to give a shout out to Terry Landis. Congrats on his induction to the Coast to Coast Hall of Fame. He definitely deserves it. He's a great guy, and I wish we could have put on a cleaner show for him tonight, but I'm glad I could come out here and get the win for him as his teammate. Of course, I got to give a shout out to Preston at Epsilon Sprint Wraps for doing wraps for all the guys tonight, making us look pretty good out there. Of course, my parents, grandparents, everybody who watches and supports me. And of course, Galen's Gourmet Popcorn. Head over there. Use code CART at checkout. That's code CART at checkout. You get 15% off some of their delicious popcorn. And I got to thank you for putting this on, Joe.
Yeah, man. Once again, the 20 car of Blake Chapman, and I got corrected by Roger early this week, and I do sincerely apologize. It's Kreitz Sim Racing. So great run by you, man. I feel like we talk more often than I talk to my wife. So many times that you're on the podium. So great run by you. We're going to see you in the 410s.
You just might. Depends on what teammates are running or not. I might hop in there.
All right, man. Good luck. Great run. And we'll see you next time you're on the podium.
Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, man. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There are the wingless. We are running a little bit behind schedule, so we will cut to a break and get to the 410 sprint cars here as quickly as possible. Thanks for tuning in and stick with us.
Good day. Roger Craig here from the Coast to Coast Racing League, and just wanted to take this opportunity to congratulate Terry Landis on his induction into the Hall of Fame. So well deserved. Terry was our first champion in the first season of our league. He's been a great ambassador for the league, always willing to help out whenever asked, and can't be happier enough for an individual. So enjoy your night, buddy. And good luck taking on all competition with that wingless 360 at the Grove.
Just wanted to take a minute to acknowledge my teammate, Terry Landis. I know it's your Hall of Fame night, so congratulations. I know you really deserve this. I know you spend a lot of time, practicing and all those different things, but more than anything, you've taken a lot of time to help other drivers and help your teammates and just generally be a fun guy to be around in our league. And everybody really appreciates you. So from our team and the league and just all the other drivers, we just wanted to say thank you. So congratulations, buddy.
Hey Terry, G-Man here. I just want to congratulate you on your entry into the Hall of Fame. You're a great racer, a great help on the track. You've helped me a lot of times. So again, just congratulations. Take care, man.
Congratulations, Terry. May your midget be always fast and your bus be in the shape of the infield tractor tire. Good luck and congrats on your
Terry,
Hall
Bill
of Fame.
Calder here. I just want to congratulate you on your induction into the Coast to Coast Racing League Hall of Fame. Because nobody deserves it more than you, my friend. You've been a good teammate, a great friend, and you're always willing to help whenever you're asked. There's no one that can run that inside lane better than you, my friend. You wrote the book on it, and many have tried, but you own it. There's nobody who's ever going to surpass you in your ability there. Anyway, I hope you have a great day. Congratulations and much love.
Terry, you earned it, big dog.
I'm from Gambler Motorsports. Congratulations on your Hall of Fame induction, buddy. A very cool thing to have happen for you. We're all excited for you, and well deserved. And one of our first champions in C2C. You paved the way for guys like me to come into the league and be a part of it. So thank you for that. And we look forward to seeing you on the track.
Hey Terry, congrats on being inducted to the Coast to Coast Hall of Fame. Definitely deserve it. Just want to hop on here, say thanks for helping me out whenever I hop in the midget. I know I'm learning from the best. So I'm coming for you though this Wednesday, non-wing 360s at the Grove. I know you're gonna be fast, but I'm still coming for you, man. Just wanted to say congrats again, man. Definitely deserved it.
Welcome back. We are back at USA in the 410 sprint cars. The big boys taken to the track here at USA. We are running a little bit behind, but we'll get caught up. Had some great racing here so far tonight. Take a quick look at the points here. We've had tight points battles everywhere. Looks like tonight, Jeff Barker, we've heard that name 3 times in 2 runner-up positions. Now leading the points by 19 points over Terry Landis in the 410s. See if Barker, yeah, the 513 car is with us, as is the 161 of Terry Landis. Practice has ended. We're getting ready to go qualifying here. We will follow the first car out on the track, which is John Rayner Jr. in the 302 machine. Can-Am Racing Team driver. Jeff Valero in 3rd in the points. Kevin Fry 4th. Bob the Good round out your top 5 in the 410 sprint car division. See the 302 John Rayner Jr. driver out of Canada out on the track. Can-Am Racing Team. The 18052 Preston Cramner in the 07. Kevin Fry now in the 21 machine with a 17584. Last race winner, Blake Chapman with a 17519 to the top of the board. We are following along with the 00 here. Nick Vickery up to P4. John Short in the 51 machine out on track. Kreitz Sim Racing. My apologies once again. Currently 6th quick with a 17.748. John Short up to 4th quick with a 17.575. Jeff Valero in the 200 machine, driver out of Canada, currently 8th quick with a 17.770. See if he can improve on that time. Coming to the flag stand for his 2nd lap. Valero up to P2 with a 17.520. Awesome Rely just finishing his run, 14th quick. Jeff Valero, that will round out qualifying. Blake Chapman, the wingless 360 winner at Williams Grove, puts it on the pole with a 17.519. With your qualifying quick time, the 410 sprint cars brought to you by 2-1 Race Designs. Your leader in the points, Jeffrey Barker. I don't see Jeff. I saw him in the field. Jeff Barker. There he is. No, he's not. Jeff Barker doesn't look like he took qualifying laps yet. Terry Landis did. We are set up for Heat 1. Nathan Aldrich, John Short on the front row. Kevin Fry, Blake Chapman in row 2. Jason Sams, Jeff Barker in row number 3. Mike Cramner, John Rayner Jr. in row number 4. So your points leader will roll off P6 in this heat race. In the 513 Marine machine, they do invert the top 4 here at Coast to Coast Racing League. So your quick time qualifier, Blake Chapman, will roll off P4. Nathan Aldridge, John Short, and Kevin Fry in front of him. It will be the 514 of Nathan Aldrich that brings us to the green flag. driver out of New York. John Short to his outside in the Kreitz Sim Racing Machine. Kevin Fry in the 21, the Firm Motorsports driver. Also the sponsor of the 410 division in the 2-1 Race Designs. Got 8 laps to get it done. Top 4 heading to the feature, although everyone will head to the feature. Lights are off on the pace truck. Aldridge will bring us to the green flag in the 514 machine. Pace truck should exit this time by real long straightaways here at USA. Waiting for the green flag to come out. The green flag is out. We are underway. Nathan Aldrich at the front of the field. He's going to cut it down low. 21 car trying to go even lower. Gets into the 20. Puts Chapman into the wall. At the exit of turn 2, John Short throws the 51 down low. Kreitz Sim Racing Machine takes over P1 in front of the 514 of Nathan Aldridge. Kevin Fry in the 21 machine up to P3. Jason Sams up to P4. Jeff Barker, your points leader, in P5. There are your top 5 riding along with the points leader right below us in the 513 Marine Machine. Looks like Kevin Fry up there is about to put some pressure on Nathan Aldrich for P2. Fry down low. Gets underneath the 514. They are wing to wing at the mid-back stretch. Fry getting that bottom to work. It's going to slide up in front of Aldrich in the 514 machine. Give Aldrich P2. Working lap 5 of 8. Up front, John Short leading the way in the 51 machine. Followed by Kevin Fry and Nathan Aldrich. And Jason Sams are your top 4 in automatic transfer positions. Fry with over a half-second gap over second place. Kevin Fry working lap 7 of 8, 2 to go. Kevin Fry, mud all over his visor, trying to track down your leader, John Short. Last lap, John Short at the point in the 51 Kreitz Sim Racing Machine. Kevin Fry, P2. Nathan Aldrich in the 514. P3, the 911 of Jason Sams is your 4th and final automatic transfer driver. P2, Terry Landis, Nick Vickery on the front row, Jack Clevenger, Jeff Filaro in row 2, Bob the Good, Preston Cramner in 3, Austin Merlot in the 7th and final driver. 161, the Hall of Fame inductee Terry Landis will begin Heat 2 from the pole with Nick Vickery to his outside. Jeff Filaro will roll off P4. He was your quick time qualifier in this heat. Jack Clevenger in the 78 machine will roll off P3. Good-looking Spartan Racing Machine on the outside of Terry Landis in the 00, Nick Vickery. Watch the 200 of Valero coming from that 4th starting position. He was your quick qualifier in this group. 00 of Nick Vickery is going to be hard to get by, as usual. Up front, the 161 Hall of Fame inductee Terry Landis will roll off from the pole. Will bring the field to the green flag. Lights are off on the pace truck, getting ready to go. 8 laps, top 4 heading to the feature. Again, everyone will go to the feature. Pace truck is off. Terry Landis will bring us to the green flag. Driver out of California in the Krite Sim Racing team. Nick Vickery to the outside. Great jump by Vickery. Looks like Jack Clevenger was going to stick it in there. Jeff Valero now putting the pressure on the 161. It is a battle for the 4th and final transfer spot. Victory opens up a big lead. Preston Cramner now going to challenge Clevenger. He wants that 4th and final transfer spot in the 07 machine. Jeff Valero gets underneath the 161, gets a little bit loose, coming off, gives the P2 back to Landis. The 00 Spartan machine is setting sail up front, working lap 3 of 8. Terry Landis and Jeff Valero looks like they're going to battle it out. Jack Clevenger in the 4th and final transfer position. So the 07 of Preston Cramner will try to recover, make a charge at the 78 machine. Go on board with Valero as he tries to dive down underneath Terry Landis. He will stick the pass. Landis trying to return the favor. Landis goes down low, getting underneath the 200 of Valero. It's like Valero will have the preferred line at the exit of turn 2, or turn 3, or 4, my apologies. Nick Vickery with over almost a second gap over Valero. Landis, Jack Clevenger are your 4 transfer drivers currently. Working lap 7 of 8. Nick Vickery up front in the 00 Spartan ride, leading the way. 1 to go. Jeff Valero in P2. Valero not closing the gap too much. Landis and Clevenger going to battle it out for P3. Clevenger dives it down low. Can't get the bottom to stick. Landis will hold on to P3. Clevenger will be the 4th and final transfer driver. Nick Vickery and Jeff Valero will finish 1-2. Main, Jeff Barker, your points leader, is on the pole. Austin Merlot to his outside. John Rayner Jr., Bob the Good in row 2. Mike Cramner, Preston Cramner in row number 3. Blake Chapman rounds out your field of 7 drivers. Expect the 513 Marine machine to run a safe race here. Everyone will make it into the feature. Barker currently has a 19-point lead over Terry Landis. So every position is going to count for the 513. I wouldn't expect Barker to take too many chances here in the B main. The 999 to his outside of Austin Merlat. Ten laps to get it done. This will set the final positions for the feature. Sorry, Jeff Barker's got his flannel on inside the 513 machine. Race truck should exit this time by. We got 10 laps. Watch that 20 car coming from the back of the field. Kreitz Sim Racing Blake Chapman. Pace truck is off. Taking the long crawl to the green flag. Green flag is out. Looks like the 999 got a little bit of a jump on that outside. And we'll take the lead. Running that bottom side well. Barker in P2. Bob DeGood in the 7 machine is P3. Blake Chapman in the 20. Up 3 positions from the start to P4. Preston Cramner has fallen back to P5. John Rayner Jr. and Mike Cramner round out your field of 7 drivers. Up front, Austin Merlot gets up into the wall. Driver out of California. Can-Am Racing Team behind him in the 513 of Jeff Barker. Can-Am teammate Bob DeGood in P3. Blake Chapman from Kreitz Sim Racing in the 20 machine all over the back of the 7. Working lap 5 of 10. 7 gets up into the outside wall. Will they capitalize on that? 20, Blake Chapman down low. Move Blake Chapman up to P3. Austin Merlot setting sail. 0.9 second lead over second place Jeff Barker. Blake Chapman's got some work to do if he wants to catch those two. There's a look at your top 5. Preston Cramner now goes underneath the 7 car on lap 7 of 10. Field pretty spread out at this point. Cramner pulls back up to the rear tail tank of the 7. We'll dive it down low. Side by side. 07 will slide up into P4. Meanwhile, up front, the 999 with almost a second gap over Jeff Barker in the 513. 1 lap to go. Two turns to go for Austin Merlot. Will take the B main victory. Merlot, Barker, Chapman, DeGood, and Cramner at the line. Cramner will take P4. Over Bob the Good. Great race to the end by those two drivers. We will have 3 minutes of warm-up, so we will be right back. Welcome back. We're about to go feature racing here in the 410 sprint cars at USA Speedway. John Short, Nick Vickery will start on the front row. Kevin Fry, Jeff Falero in row 2. Nathan Aldrich and Terry Landis in row 3. Jason Sams, Jack Clevenger in 4. Austin Merlot, Jeff Barker in 5. Blake Chapman, Preston Cramner in 6. Bob the Could, John Rayner Jr. in row number 7. Mike Cramner will roll off 15th in the final starting position. Right, Sim Racing, John Short will start on the pole with Nick Vickery to his outside. Hall of Fame inductee Terry Landis will roll off P6. Jeff Barker, the current points leader, will roll off around 11 or 10 or 11. Can't tell which. Terry Landis can make up some points in this one as he rolls off quite a few positions in front of Barker. Green flag is out. John Short will bring us to the green flag. Great start by your front row. Short down low will be able to slide up in front of the 200 of Vickery. Vickery with a good run off that top side, however. Kevin Fry in the 21 is going to use the bottom. He's going to slide up in front of Vickery. Kevin Fry up to P2. Nick Vickery in the 00 falls back to P3. Jeff Falero makes contact. Falero and don't know who it was. They make contact at the exit of turn 4. Looks like Falero just hit the bumps at the exit there of turn 4. Running that earlier this week. Those bumps are treacherous up there. And they bite Jeff Falero. John Short at the front of the field, however. Barker, Kevin Fry up 1. Nick Vickery in P3. Nathan Aldrich in 4. Terry Landis up to P5. Jeff Barker up 3 positions in the 513. Up to P7. Kevin Fry in P2. Nick Vickery in P3 in the 00 Spartan ride. Nathan Aldrich holding steady in the 514 machine. '51 of John Short at the front of the field. Terry Landis enters back in P15. Clevenger, so he got into there. Jack Clevenger back in P14. Pace truck should exit this time by. '21 car of Kevin Fry is going to try the bottom side underneath Short. Can't get it to stick that time by. Short covers the bottom this time. Kevin Fry and Short out to a lead over Kevin Fry with the lead. My apologies, over John Short. Kevin Fry running the bottom, Short running the high side. Working lap 6 of 30. Nick Vickery falling back to P3. Top two putting some space between themselves and Nick Vickery. Terry Landis in P4. Austin Merlot in the 999 up to P5. Nathan Aldrich falls back to P6. Jeff Barker holding in P9. Looks like he's going to try to make the pass on the 999 and will get it done. They make contact. That sends Marlatt into the inside wall. Kevin Fry at the front of the field, working lap 9 of 30. John Short in P2. Kevin Fry, John Short, Nick Vickery, 1, 2, 3. Terry Landis up to P2. Currently second in the points. Barker back in P8. Terry Landis trying to round out his Hall of Fame induction night. A great finish in the 410 sprint cars. Close a little bit of that points gap on Barker. Pace truck is off. Fry in the 21. Great start over the 51 of Short. '51 coming at you, as is the 21. Working lap 10 of 30. Fry, Short, Vickery are your current podium drivers. Terry Landis running a good race, holding back in P4. The 999 of Merlot up to P5, 4 positions from his starting position. Bright Sim Racing's Blake Chapman up 5 from the start. Austin trying to go down low, get underneath the 61 car. Terry Landis brushes the outside wall at the exit of turn 4. Blake Chapman now coming into the picture. Chapman trying to move up into the top 5 for the first time tonight. Kevin Fry with over a half-second lead. Terry Landis in P4. We're watching the 161. Gets up into the outside line. Wall makes contact. That will put Terry Landis in the back of the field in the 410 sprint cars, working lap 14 of 30. Kevin Fry, short victory, still 1, 2, 3. 999 of Merlot up 5 positions up to P4. Blake Chapman up 6 to P5. Kevin Fry at the front of the field. Fry currently 4th in the points standing. So Kevin Fry looking to move up with Jeff Valero out of the race. Jeff Valero down 9 laps. Fry looking for a good finish and a good points night here in the 410s. Sponsored by his business, 2-1 Race Designs. Kevin Fry, pace truck is off. Will bring us to the green flag. 51 of John Short closes up tight to that rear tail tank. Working lap 14 of 30. Fry to the point. John Short P2. Nick Vickery in the 00 Spartan ride. Austin Merlot up 5 positions from the start. Trying that bottom line, making it work so far. Looked like Blake Chapman hit those bumps at the exit of turn 4, upset the 20 car a little bit. Vickery able to hold off the 999 machine. Caution is back out. Not sure why. It's like the 200 and the 70. Jeff Valero, Mike Cramner get tangled up. Kevin Fry at the front of the field. Working lap 15 of 30. Got plenty of time. Pace truck should exit next time by. Pace truck is off. Kevin Fry once again. Great start. 51 of John Short in P2. Vickery in P3. We got a battle right here between these three. Merlot. Jack Clevenger back in the mix. Clevenger now moves up. Gets by the 999. 20 car of Blake Chapman dives down low. Clevenger, after an early incident, up to P4 in the 78 machine. See him working the steering wheel on that high side. Blake Chapman in the 20 car moved Blake up to P5. Got a battle for the lead between Short and Kevin Fry. Short on the high side. Looks like he may have got into the fence there a little bit. Able to stick it on that high side. Put Short to the point. 21 of Kevin Fry. It's not going to give up. Trying that bottom side. Nick Vickery following Fry or Short on that high side. Looks like the high side is the preferred line currently. 21 car not getting a much drive off that bottom side. John Short opens up almost a second gap between himself. Nick Vickery now into the wall. Giving P2 back to Kevin Fry. Great battle by these two drivers. Go on board with Vickery. Hear him inside the cockpit working the throttle. He has moved up to P2, getting by the 21 of Kevin Fry. Jack Clevenger in the 78's coming on that high side. Blake Chapman in the 20, up 6 positions from the start, up to P5. Does anybody have anything for John Short, who opened up almost a 1.5 gap over the 00 of Nick Vickery? Kevin Fry, P3. Jack Clevenger closing in the 78 machine now. '20 car Chapman tries that bottom side. Can Nick Vickery close that gap between himself and John Short? John Short with a 1.6 second advantage over the 00 Spartan driver. Krite Sim Racing 51 machine of John Short at the point. On lap 27 of 30, Nick Vickery, Jack Clevenger. Kevin Fry now is going to try that bottom side. Will he slide up? That was going to be tight. Clevenger just inches from that outside wall. Fry tries a slide job. He loses position to Blake Chapman. Now the 20 car in the mix. Kreitz Sim Racing's Blake Chapman up to P4. Going to battle it out with Jack Clevenger in the 78 machine. Up front, Nick Vickery cutting into the advantage down to 1.1 seconds. Working a lap 29 of 30. Looks like the race is going to be right here for the final podium position between Clevenger, Chapman, and Fry. 1 lap to go. Vickery has that gap down to less than 1 second. Can the 00 reel in? Oh, Vickery into the outside wall. Will that slow him down? Half-second gap. Short, Vickery, Clevenger are your top 3. Great run by the 410 Sprint cars here at USA International Speedway. We will get a word with your top 3 podium finishers here momentarily after they get their podium shots. So we will be right back. Jack Clevenger in the 78 machine moves up 5 positions from his start. Got into an earlier incident with the 200 car of Jeff Falero. Was able to recover, drove the 78 back up to a podium finish. Jack, this is Joe. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, great run in the 78 machine. Looks like you got that outside working for you, and you were able to make some passes there later on in the race. How'd it feel from the seat?
I started going pretty good there on the initial start and made some contact there with Jeff. He hit that hole and bounced off the wall there and kind of got me, but just got to be patient and go where they aren't at that point. And so that's what we did, and let her hang out a little bit.
Yeah, man. So given that incident, it looks like you and Chapman and Fry were battling it out for P3. Given some extra laps, you think you had anything for Vickery or Short at the front of the field?
You know, I think maybe if we'd have got another restart, but once you get strung out here, it's kind of hard to reel guys in from too far back once it gets slick and all that. It kind of equals out top and bottom. It's just, you got to be patient. But yeah, I don't think I was going to catch those guys at that point.
Yeah, man, great run by you. Again, you went up 5 from your initial starting positions, moved to the back of the field, then worked back up to podium finish. Great job by you. You got anybody you'd like to thank?
I just thank all the guys at Verdine Racing and you guys for the broadcast and Coast to Coast for the host.
Yeah, man, there you have it. Finishing P3, the 78 car of Jack Clevenger battles back from an earlier incident in the race and puts the 78 on the podium. The 00 of Nick Vickery ran up front all night, started to reel in the leader in the end, cut a 1.5 second gap down to a half second. Nick, this is Joe. You got me?
Yes, sir. How are you?
Man, you know what? I love that car, first of all. That's got to be one of my favorite cars. Anytime I see the Star Spangled 00 Spartan ride. Good run by you, my friend. How'd it feel from the seat?
Yeah, it was, you know, the 410s is always a wild ride, and, you know, I was kind of unsure how it was going to go when I came into this, and then, you know, I got into the session earlier and set quick time in practice, and then as guys come over from the race earlier, you know, I started falling down the list, and I'm like, oh, great, you know, it's not going to be a good night, but I was able to get a good start in the heat race and had a good start for the feature, and didn't gain or lose anything, so I definitely can't complain here in the 410s.
Yeah, man, you kept it up front. Again, you were reeling in. John, you think you had anything for him? Another 10 laps?
No, you know, me and John were talking in the waiting room, and I asked him, I'm like, hey, man, did you were you running the safer line there then? He was like, yeah, because I didn't have anything for him. You know, and even Kevin, you know, I think if the bottom had stayed the way it was for a little bit longer, I think Kevin definitely had a shot at winning this race too. He was killing it on the bottom.
Yeah, man, great run by you, my friend. You got anybody you'd like to thank for your podium finish?
Yeah, definitely got to shout out Spartan Racing, Cool Ray, Miriam Machado Spa, VMR Wraps. If anybody out there needs a wrap, come check us out on Facebook at VMR E-Wraps. My wife let me do this, Roger and Preston, for keeping everything together, and then, of course, you've put on a great show. Look, I need to get over there on Friday night and come hang out with you sometime.
Man, we'd love to have you as a co-host. We're always open for that for sure. VMR Wraps, man, I got a special shout out for you, taking care of our team members. We're not even sure what our team is anymore called, but greatly appreciate, man. I might need a new late model wrap, so I'll have to check out VMR and throw some cash your way. So great run by you, man, and that is an open invitation. You'd like to co-host a Friday Night Lights, sit back and have a beer instead of cranking on that wheel, we'll have to make that happen.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like a good time. We'll get together.
All right, man. Congratulations.
All right, thanks, Joe.
Yes, sir. John Short starts from the pole, does not give up that lead, opened up over a 2.5 gap over second place Vickery at one time. Vickery able to reel in the 51 car. John, this is Joe. You got me?
I got you, Joe. How we doing?
Good, man. So what's the secret? You got that 51 car out front and you checked out on him. We were just talking to Nick about him getting that lead down to about a half second there later on. Did you change your line? How did it feel from the seat?
It felt pretty good. I mean, for iRacing setup, the car felt pretty balanced. Really early on, I was kind of searching. I know in warm-ups it was kind of middle, was where I ran fast laps. So I thought I'd try that. And then Kevin went by on the bottom. So ended up trying the bottom on the one restart, stay with him, and then was able to rail the top. Just found a different gear up there, being able to grab some more of the cushion and be able to get off the corners a little straighter. So once I figured that out, was able to kind of check out there for 10, 12 laps. And then I was a little concerned going into it whether we had enough fuel in the car based on the iRacing setup. So was checking gauges and checking lap times and stuff, and ended up kind of letting Nick reel me back in there at the end because I was playing a little safer, trying not to wreck the car once I saw I had a little bit of a gap. So
yeah, man, great run by you. I think this is the first time I've talked to you on the podium. I know you finish on the podium more time than not, so great run by you, man. You got anybody you'd like to thank for your victory?
Yeah, we don't get to come out here very much, just busy during the week, but had some tech issues the last few Mondays, so wanted to test out some things, the changes we made. And just got to thank Preston a lot on my team, Preston Cranmark, for helping me out with some of the advice, and Jesse Bandy gave me few tips as well. So thank those two guys for allowing me to get back out. We went through 2 races tonight without any issues, so that's a step in the right direction. And obviously got to thank Kreitz Sim Racing guys. A lot of fun racing over there with them. The Galen's homegrown popcorn's on the car. It's really good popcorn, gourmet stuff that comes from North or South Dakota. So go get yourself a bag, and if you use the code CART CART, you can get yourself 15% off. Got to thank you for putting on the broadcast, and thank my wife for allowing me to do this. And just wanted to give another shout out to Terry Landis tonight. I know in the non-wing it was his Hall of Fame induction. We're super proud of him as a team, and just overall great racer. So it's great to put a couple of the KSR cars on the top step of the podium tonight, just to kind of give a tip of the hat to Terry. So and I think that's all we got.
Yeah, man, what a great tribute to Hall of Fame induction. The paint schemes in the wingless sprint cars were second to none. I was talking to Terry in an interview, and he wasn't sure what was going on. He knew he had a special paint job coming, so that's what we were expecting. And then the whole team showed up with Terry Landis paint job. So what an amazing night for Terry, man. What a super great dude, and just a great night all around, as it is usually for Coast to Coast Racing League. So congratulations, man, and hopefully we see you more often.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get out here a few more times, but thanks again, Joe. I appreciate all the accolades, and yeah, just a shout out to Preston for those paint jobs. He did a killer job giving all the different Yoo-Hoo brands or flavors or whatever it was. So, but yeah, it was great to match out there. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, man, super cool. Have a good night and great win. So there you have it. There is your winner of the 410 Sprint Cars, John Short, in the 51 Krite Sim Racing Machine. Puts it in victory lane. So for Wednesday night, Icon Sim Sports Veterans and First Responders Night, that does it for Wednesday. Appreciate you spending your Wednesday evening with us. Coast to Coast Racing Network will be back on the air again tomorrow night. And we got your 6 Racing Network will be back on the air Friday night for Friday Night Lights on the Coast to Coast Racing Network. Again, a big shout out to Terry Landis. What a super guy. And it was great to share this moment with him, his induction into the Hall of Fame. I wish you all a great midweek. Appreciate you spending your Wednesday with us, and we will see you next time.
One, 2, 3. I love it, Molly.
They say it's a matter of time, 1,000 days and the sun won't shine before I come back to you. For your love I will go far, I wanna be wherever you are. I know I'm coming back for you.
Brother, it's good to see you.
Our love is a river long, the best ride in a million wrongs. I know I'm coming back to you. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. And I'm happy, nothing's going to stop me. I'm making my way home. I'm making